competition?
I'm actually the top rank golfer in the country.
You are what?
I'm actually the top rank golfer.
That's what I'm saying now. Did you win competition or what?
I've won over 45 players. So
Where are you from?
Benin.
You're from Benin. How long have you been playing?
Professionally about 14 years.
14 years. But golfers abroad, they have money now. You should have money. Can you beat Tiger Woods?
Yeah. We're actually working hard towards that.
Have you played with him?
No, I'm not.
Have you traveled abroad to play before?
What I come to do is to receive your blessings for him. Yeah, right now, we are managing in Nigeria and endorsement for him because we see him as a very young chap. And
I just endorsed him now.
thank you very much.
God bless you. Let me pray with you in this gym. It's a prayer. God be with you. Guide and protect you. Everything that lay your hand continue to go from you. As you are handling this game, God will continue to guide and protect you. Be with you in everything you do. So shall be with you.
Well, you can tell me.
I have a program to work with you.
Okay.
I'm building a golf course in Ife. So probably I'll work with you on how to make it better. Can you have a look at the golf course I'm building tomorrow? So when you have a look at it, then you go from there, you can advise. I can even give you consultancy work on how to build a golf course.
The green has to be, in my opinion, like the distance from the top there to down here is very short, and this space can really not take more than three holes, and they have to be. It's probably going to take only like 1 par 4 and 2 par 3, on a max. That's pushing it, by the way. That's even pushing it. Yes, but it's not a proper golf course, by the way. It's just something used for a short game. So normally, what they do is they just use that to warm up, basically, and to improve your short game. So you can't really hit for long distance. That's what Mashi course is. Mashi course, you can create a 9-hole Mashi course out of this small space, for example, which is all going to be all of them.
Baba has already said the standard they want, so we cannot work on.
Yes, the standard is actually looking at. We are definitely looking at about 120 acres.
Yeah. 120 acres, yeah. So,
we'll be looking at about 120 acres.
So the present, what about this present landmass we are working with can only take 2 to 3 holes?
I mean, this present landmass can only take 2 to 3 holes, and they have to. In fact, the 2 to 3 holes it can take, it will be an average of probably 1 par 4, 1 par 3, really. If you want to make it 3 holes out of this case, you probably get only 3 par 3 out of it. Which obviously doesn't help.
So you can't hit long.
You can't hit long with it, definitely. Definitely cannot hit long distance. So it's important. It's important with the standard that he has the picture he has in his mind from what he was saying to me yesterday. With the kind of picture he has in his mind, we definitely must go bigger. The landmass is very key.
All right. So based on the present landmass shown, so what are the following to be done? Like, trying to do the recap. So you mentioned about leveling of the place first.
Yes.
So that's where you have a surveyor. A surveyor comes in to
yes, that's where a surveyor and that's where a surveyor actually comes in to give the level that is going to match the golf club,
as well as also discover or state the water level. How the water
very
table
important.
is.
Very important. Very important, so that we can know how many boreholes we want to sink in the area, so that we can
like
actually
you said,
have
it's a 2-point borehole for now.
Yes. So with this space, we can actually get a 2-point borehole, and then so that it can help for the irrigation of the place to maintain the golf course, because you are obviously going to be coming in with grasses that needs to be maintained all year round. Yeah. So because of that, obviously, because of the kind of season we have rainy and dry season in Nigeria, and So it gets really dry when the water level is low.
Yeah.
It gets really, really dry. So we need to, that's the reason why the boreholes need to be in place, so that we can be able to maintain.
So about grasses, you made mention of grasses. What kind of grasses are we looking at, especially from the heating side and the potting side?
Well, I mean, with the eating side, we can actually be looking at grasses we can get locally. Like Port grass, you know.
Local one.
Yes, so we can use that on the fairways, and at least that we can access locally, which is not going to be too much. And if we can access that locally, but on the other hand, I mean, you're looking at the top standard, you're always looking at.
You mentioned about
the kind of picture he has in his mind. We can actually be looking at kukui.
Okay.
On the fairways, and then we'll be looking at maybe getting bent grass
for the potting area.
Which is really good. And then we can obviously look at the option of Bermuda as well. But I mean, it obviously all depends.
All right. What about having a clubhouse, like you said? You already have a resort. So, but what's this? Is it a standard to have a clubhouse?
That's the standard. That's definitely a standard. That's where all your administrative works obviously take place about the golf course, you know. And you can even, in fact, if you have a proper clubhouse, you can even move our administrative work of the resort down to some part of the clubhouse, depending on the way you want to structure it.
So what must the clubhouse have? Standard.
It's important that the clubhouse have the pro shop. Yes, it's very important. It has a pro shop.
The contact point.
Which is, I mean, the pro shop is obviously the first contact point of any golf club, you know. So, I mean, that's where people